Hi, my name's Elise Monet. I am a healer, which just means that I've lived a very spiritual life. I've worked very hard on myself for years to cleanse and clear my own shadows so that I can be a vessel for healing for others. Oops, we have another participant. Welcome. We're just getting started. Thank you for joining. So, um, the reason that I chose to do this, I'm going to do this once a month. And once a month, we will be, anybody that wants to come on and receive healing can. Okay. I'm going to lock the meeting now so we can, let's see here, chat settings. Okay. I'm not going to show the previews. And we can chat after we get done with the meditation, okay? All right. So the reason I chose to do this now is right now we are in a very powerful portal of manifestation. And that simply means that the doors to the veil is thin, the doors to a portal to a new reality, a higher frequency are available to us. And we want to take advantage of that, right? So, the purpose tonight is to provide healing where I just become a vessel, my ego gets out of the way, and it's just about bringing in the spiritual energies for you to heal. I have nothing to do with it. I simply am a vessel for spirit to use me to come through. So, spirit knows exactly what you need to heal. And I will just be talking about what my guides, angels, guides, and masters tell me to say. And they will guide me step by step in the meditation for your healing. So I thank you very much for being here. I want to preface this by saying thank you for joining me. Thank you that you can go to New Vibe TV, set up an account. It's free. It just takes your name and your email address. Set up an account on free and go to my channel, and I will have it posted there tomorrow. And you can revisit this meditation as much as you like. And then I hope you will also join me next month for another healing. And I'll send that out. I'll set them up so that they're in advance so that you can put them on your calendar. And without further ado, I have no idea what they want to heal or how they're going to do it. I just am here. So let me explain the process. The process is I take you through a series of grounding that takes you down into the earth and really anchors your human energy into the center of the earth so that you are not floating up into the ethers and bounced around. Okay. We want you locked in. And then I bring in the energy of the divine and they meet each other. And then you are in the as above, so below. And from there is where we begin our healing. Okay. So I want you to get comfy. Get a you can lie down, you can sit up, whatever is works for you, the best way. Okay. I have no preference. It just depends on if you want to get a blanket and a pillow and you want to lie down and really cozy up, that's perfect. If you want to do a meditation style and sit up, that too is perfect. Okay. So now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to breathe in 3 times, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to do what's called a box breath, where we take in a 4 count breath. We hold it for 4 at the top of the breath. and then we release for 4. And then we'll repeat it again, and we're going to do that 3 or 4 times, okay? So go ahead. One more time. Hold for 4 and release. And now on the next breath, as you release, I want you to visualize your light cord from the tip of your coccyx, and think of your light cord being a laser beam of light that's in the center of your being. This is the truth of who you are, okay? And think of it like a white beam of light, and you're going to drop that down from the tip of your coccyx down into the earth, and I'll guide you from there. So take in a deep breath. Hold for 4. And release and drop your light cord. And now as you drop your light cord, penetrate the earth herself, Gaia. And thank her for taking you on this journey, because she's one with you now. And I want you to feel your oneness with the plants, with the kingdom, the rock kingdom, the crystalline kingdom, the plants, all of nature. I want you to feel one with the animal kingdom. And think about your animal totem right now and ask your animal totem if they would like to accompany you on this journey. And now connect yourself with all of humanity. There is no one that you are not connected to, and nothing that exists that you are not connected to. You are a fractal of divine source, a unique expression of divine source. And you came here for a reason and a purpose. The uniqueness of who you are determines your life's work and how you live life in service of all that you're connected to, everyone on this planet. And also in service of yourself, because that comes first. You have to learn how to love you and how to serve you in order to love others. So feel your connection to all that exists on this planet. And now drop your light cord even further down into the earth, into the waters of the mother, the oceans, the streams, the rivers, the lakes. All of the waters represent Divine Mother. And visualize yourself floating in the ocean or on a stream, down a river perhaps, on a lake, on a body of water somewhere. And you're being held up by Divine Mother like a buoy. You're just floating. And you can feel her protection, her warmth. You feel the water lapping over your body, cleansing you, healing you, purifying you, and holding you up so that you have absolutely no fear. She's surrounding you with light. And the emotions, as we know, represent, the water represents our emotions. And so she's there to soothe your emotions, to cleanse them, to allow them. Emotions are not bad or wrong. They simply show us, like a divine compass, when we are in sync and when we are out of sync. That's what they're there for. The further out of alignment we go is when we start feeling all the negative emotions. And whether you realize it or not, your emotions and your thoughts are what create your reality in this lifetime. And now, since we have this magnificent Lionsgate portal, we want to take advantage of capturing every thought, taking it captive, and aligning our emotions to the highest frequency we can. And allowing that to manifest in our lives. Because as we do that, the manifestation will show up on the outside in our outer world. As we heal the inner world, the outer world will show it as well. And now drop your light cord even further through the hard iron core of the earth. And visualize this as those negative habits and patterns and all of those stubborn shadows that you have trouble getting rid of, right? That you have trouble overcoming. And your lineage shadows, the archetypes of your genealogy that you came to heal. And drop your light cord through that like a laser beam of light, like an X-ray, just burning through and dropping down into the center of the earth. Because in the center of the earth is heaven. That's what Spirit meant with the as above, so below. The same energies in the throne room of God are also in the center of the earth. Agartha, the Garden of Eden, Shambhala, whatever you want to call it. It is the place of the masters. It is the place of divine consciousness in the so below. And now you are standing in the beautiful Garden of Eden. And before you is a beautiful meadow. Beautiful flowers everywhere. You see a waterfall and a mountain to your left. Ducks swimming on the pond. Geese and swans. You see the animal kingdom living in perfect harmony with each other. minding their own business, allowing each of the other types of animals to live their own lives. Everyone in perfect sync. And as you look in the distance, you see the snow-capped mountains. You see the beauty and the majesty of those mountains. And hold firm in your heart that you have the ability to move mountains because of your faith. And tonight we will strengthen that faith and that belief in yourself and in the power of your healing. And then you see ahead of you on the path, as you walk through the beautiful flowers in the meadow, you see a huge tree. And this tree is the tree of life. Huge branches extend from it. It's got a huge trunk. It's so steady and formidable. And you get up to about 10 feet from it, and you see that the roots extend out through the ground for miles. And in this tree of life holds your Akashic records, the blueprint of your life, the book of life written about you, every deed you've ever done, every lifetime you have ever lived, every character in this life and others that you've ever played. Because we know that life is like a big stage and we wear costumes when we come here until we wake up to the truth of who we are and our authenticity. That we can still play and take the costumes on and off. And hopefully, as we have grown in our awareness and our love for spirit, we have chosen the higher frequencies of those characters rather than the lower frequencies. But it's all experiential, and it's all meant for us to learn. So there is nothing that is bad and wrong. We've all been the killer and the killed. We've all been the hunter and the seeker. We've all been the perpetrator and the victim. And we've all played the rescuer for sure. This is called the karmic triangle. And none of it is wrong, and none of it is bad. It's simply meant for your divinity to grow and to heal. And now feel yourself and drop your light cord and drop it and hook it around a root of the tree of life. And take these energies of everything that your soul has learned. Take them up that light cord. Just watch them go up the light cord, up into your first chakra. And this is where we will bring the energies of healing. And now, in the name of all that is, I call on the angels, guides, and masters to come in and be with me now. We invoke the divine presence from the heavenlies to come down through our divine blueprint over our crown chakras, down into our crown chakra, into our third eye, into our throat chakra, and into our heart. And we bring the energy from the so below, up from the root chakra, up into the sacral, into the solar plexus, and into the heart. So that both the masculine and feminine energies, the as above, so below, creation and understanding, mingle in our hearts, merge, and now feel the oneness and the solidity of you being right in the center, fully aligned, fully in the presence of God, knowing that you are here tonight in the presence of the Holy One, opening your heart and simply putting your requests out there for physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual healing. And now I invite the guides to tell me what you would like to do next. And I have an archangel who's come forward to guide me. It's not important which one. I know which one, but it's not important for you to know which one. But he's a very high angel. And he would like you to, his counterpart is also with him. So we have the masculine divine and the feminine divine. And they would like you to focus on what it is you would like to heal tonight. And if you are in a space where you can state that out loud, simply say, I want to heal, and state it out loud. And now, state which is the most important. You might have 3 things you want to heal. State the priorities 1, 2, and 3. Maybe it's emotional first, and maybe mental second. I want, to heal my thoughts. And maybe it's, I want to heal my physical body, or, in any order, whatever order it is for you. Okay. And I'm going to take you on a journey now and allow the angels, the guides, and the masters to deliver that healing energy to you as we go to each chakra. And I will tell you what they tell me. And normally I would start with the root chakra, and they're telling me the opposite. Tonight we start with the crown. And they're saying we start with the crown chakra tonight to invoke the power of your original divine blueprint. It sits in the chakra just above your crown chakra. And it's the blueprint of your etheric body. And we start with the crown because holds God's grace. And so I want you to breathe deeply. Exhale. And allow the angels, the guides, and the masters to give you God's grace to receive this healing energy now. Simply keep breathing and receiving. And I see a brilliant white light coming down into your crown chakra. Purifying, cleansing, cleansing your brain on a cellular level. Keep breathing. Releasing all toxic thoughts. Releasing the feeling of not being enough. Releasing old teachings that taught me I was nothing, that taught me I had no power. And receiving God's grace now to feel my authentic blueprint, the blueprint of my divinity, the blueprint of my oneness with all that exists and my oneness with God. And if you don't like the term God, just substitute that for whatever works for you. That's just my term. Take that grace all the way into your body, all the way through your entire body, filling every nook and cranny, every cell with white light of purity and grace. Open your heart. Keep receiving. And now they're saying that we're ready to move to the pineal gland, your third eye. This is your ability to see as God sees, your ability to perceive reality from the highest perceptive ability. And now the angels, all of them, and there's myriads of them here now, thousands of them. They're all holding rays to your pineal gland. I see green rays of healing. I see blue rays of truth. I see magenta rays of love. I see yellow rays of consciousness and empowerment. I see all the rays of the spectrum are being pointed at your pineal gland, waking it up now, infusing it with light so that you can see from God's perspective. And you may have a little tenderness inside your brain. It's stretching your pineal gland. That's okay. It's opening you up to see from a higher vantage point, so that the mundane things of this world, the little petty annoyances, the grievances that we all complain about, so that they just pass away. They become so unimportant in this life. And we see our sense of service and oneness with our brother and sister. We perceive our next steps here. We ask for healing that we might see God, that we will see the God in everyone and everything. I see every color of the rainbow here being put into our third eye. It's beautiful. We can see from many perspectives. Feel the healing of our old opinions and biases, and simply let them fall away. Let go of our need to be right. It doesn't matter. Let go of our need to know. And allow the beauty of revelation to come through in its time, in divine timing. When we're meant to know something, it will be there. They're saying we are complete, and to move to the throat chakra. The throat chakra in mystical lore was the hardest to traverse because through our speaking comes lies, deception, and it hovers over what's called the abyss. And so in the Bible, for example, the book of James talks about the sins of the tongue and the power of the tongue. Life and death is held within the tongue. And so we choose now to walk the bridge over the abyss without falling in, without speaking negative words to people, without insulting people, without being mean or cursing people. We open our throats to be cleansed of our lies, the things that we've said that were untrue, even when we didn't know we were doing it. We ask for cleansing and healing. And I see a deep blue ray coming from Mother Mary, actually, healing our throat chakras, an indigo blue. And now tell yourself the truth. I am loved. I am worthy of love. I am divine. I can speak the truth without fear. I can lead and guide as I am told to. And I use my words and my speech and the sound of my voice to heal and to love rather than to break down and tear apart. I receive this healing now, and I apply it first to myself. I allow my thoughts and my inner words to turn to myself with compassion, with truth, with love, with forgiveness. I let go of guilt, of shame, of pain for the words that I've spoken harshly, or maybe the lies that I've told over the years, for the thoughts that I've had that were impure, envious, jealous. And I release all the physical manifestations of those things. I release toxic brain. I release toxic mouth and speech. I bring healing to my teeth, to my tongue, to my throat, to my nose and my nasal passages, to my eyeballs, to my third eye, and to my brain now. All the physical things of those three upper chakras. I heal my headaches by healing my shadows, by becoming aware that those shadows were there to teach me. And I can now let go and go up into my gift and into my highest authentic self, where I feel worthy and loved, and I can love myself. And now we drop into the heart. And the heart needs to be cracked wide open. And we release emotional pain and suffering. We release the grief and the loss of loved ones. We release our anger and our judgment of others who have hurt us, especially. We release the pain of betrayal from our fellow human beings. We release bitterness, anger, frustration, judgment, superiority. We release lack consciousness, inferiority. We release doubt, fear, anxiety, and all that plagues us when we are going through tough times. Take a deep breath all the way into the heart. As you release, see the toxins leave, and as you inhale, see the light of God coming in to heal you. And now we move to the solar plexus. This is the area of willpower and will. Not God's will necessarily. It can be our will. And at this time, we look at ourselves and we see where we have told God, no, I want it done this way. No, God, you can't give it to me that way. It has to be done this way. I want my will, not your will. Look at that. Are you ready to let that go? Are you ready to say, I release my will into your hands, God? Take my life, mold it, shape me. Make me the person I always was before I got trained by the world. Help me to release old habits and patterns of control, of rigidity. of thinking I'm right, of opinions of others. And help me mostly to forgive myself. Give me the grace to accept that I did the best I could. And help me to surrender into your love and into your divine will, because that's what it is. It's perfect love. And perfect love casts out all fear. I cleanse and clear all of the organs, my stomach, my spleen, my emotional body. That's all held in the gut here. I ask for complete healing. The intestines, small and large. The liver. Help me to detox my liver now. Send your bright, beautiful yellow rays of consciousness to detox all of my organs. My kidneys, my spleen, which is the center of intuition. My kidneys, which is the center of fear and of life. Clear them, fill them with light. Fill them with love. Keep breathing, loved ones. Keep breathing. We're going into the densest part of ourselves now. The lower chakras, where we hold all our darkness. And now that we have surrendered to love, surrendered our will into the will of God, we go into the sacral chakra, into our sexual organs, into the large intestine, into the anus. And this is where we hold shame, guilt, pain over the sexual improprieties that we've performed in our lifetimes. Simply acknowledge them and let them go. I am healed completely now from my shame, from my pain of sexuality, from my impurities, for the deeds that I've done. And I ask forgiveness. And help me to forgive myself. Spark now your creativity, because that also lives in this sacral chakra. We enliven our creativity and our ability to join with that solar plexus in enthusiasm and movement forward, where the two of them work together to create our perfect life using our feminine being and our masculine doing, the sacral and the solar plexus, being and doing. We ask the angels, guides, and masters now to tweak our creativity for us, in our creativity and imagination, that dreams come to life. Help us to dream our highest dream for our work here on this planet, and empower us to hold on to that dream and to manifest it now through this Lionsgate portal into reality. And now going into the root chakra, the deepest, densest of all. And this is where your lineage and its karma resides. And you chose, before you ever came here, to take on the karma of your lineage, not because it was something you had, it wasn't your personal karma, but you agreed that you would take it on in this lifetime to help clear it and to help clear your ancestors and your lineage forward. And some of those are repression, denial, rejection, isolation, guilt. And there's one more that I'm not remembering right now. Oh, shame. That's it. Repression, denial, shame, rejection, guilt, and isolation is the sixth. Look at your family pattern. What happens when people get wounded? Do they feel guilty? Do they get rejected and then reject others? Do they go into denial? Do they repress their feelings and not speak the truth and live in fear? Do they isolate and cut people out of their lives? What's your pattern? And you may see them all because we've all done all of them. So we hold those up to you now, God. We thank you for the awareness of them. We thank you that it's not something we did, but rather something we came to heal. And that takes courage and persistence. And we release now all of the negative energies and entities and beings that we've taken on from our ancestors. These thought forms that have become, in some people's language, demons, devils, entities, ghosts, whatever. We bind them with white light now, and we take them off this planet for instant transmutation in God's love and light now. In the name of Almighty God, we bind all the negative energies, frequencies, and patterns of our ancestors and ourselves with white light, and we take them off this planet for instant transmutation in God's love and light now. And so it is. And now stand back and look at yourself. Scan your body and see that white light is so bright all the way down through your being, from the heavenlies all the way through you and down into the earth, connecting you completely in light and in love, in truth and in healing. For healing happens when we become aware of the shadow states, which are not to be feared, but to be recognized, forgiven, absolved, and absorbed, and gone into a higher frequency. You are beautiful, my divine. You are spectacular. You came here to love and be loved and to give your gifts to the world. I see each of you now with your radiant halos over your heads, your gift to humanity. And I send you out into the world healed, in love, and in peace. So be it, and so it is. We thank the angels, guides, and masters that were here to help us heal tonight. We ask that you keep the energy going as everyone goes to sleep tonight. Heal us in our sleep and let us awake refreshed, loving, with an open heart and a cleansed soul, with love to give everyone around us. Namaste. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this meditation. If you did, just post a comment on Meetup and let me know. And if you want to give a donation, you can do that too, but it's not required. Okay. And don't forget to sign up on New Vibes so that you can repeat this meditation when you need it. All right. It will be in my channel, the Elise Monet channel. Thank you, lovelies. And I do videos too, little videos about things. Good night.